Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. The Detroit Pistons preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one. Last year was a lopsided affair as they were able to take all 4 games in the series, earning the sweep. Now the Pistons with it. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
He takes it in. Oh, he misses the dunk. And for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar, and these guys have been contenders ever since.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Cunningham looking it over. Harris a screen. Milwaukee with the rebound. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And he comes up with the deuce. Giannis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Yep, that one goes.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now Jackson. Following the three-point attempt by Josh Richardson. 5 to shoot. And that one's good. Richards.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And Damian Lillard pulls it down.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
Pulls up on the elbow. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And Giannis looking more and more comfortable each year operating from the mid-range.
Traps in the tray. Cunningham's got 5 now.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
The Pistons trail. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. That quick look, no good that time. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Lillard outside. Screen by Giannis. From deep. And that's good. Damian Lillard for 3.
And that's been Lillard's forte ever since breaking into the league.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Here's Thompson. Rebounded by Jackson. Milwaukee leading by 4. Over in the corner, Lillard. And it's off from three-point range.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
For Jaden Ivey, the offense, Brent, looks great. Defensively, though, there's a lot to improve on.
Well, sometimes as an individual defender, you can look worse because the team defense isn't there. And so there's been sort of this reflective quality about that. But for Jaden to take on or take the next step, certainly defensively, with all of that athletic ability, he could be elite on that end of the floor. Well, the work ethic from Ivey is something that has gone unquestioned in his young career.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
A solid three-point marksman. Harris has that inside-outside offensive game.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And there's a minute 45 left in the first. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute, and we talked about the problems that Giannis poses. He said, look, there's no easy way to defend Giannis. We have to be physical with him, keep him out of the paint as much as possible. But he acknowledged that even having multiple bodies on Giannis sometimes just isn't enough. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Now here's Giannis. He has 6. Count that one. Giannis has got 8 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. .19 left here in the first quarter. Schroeder outside. Beasley outside. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Right wing. Three-pointer. Shots good by Thor.
Well, he's got great sight lines, Giannis does, especially where he gets the ball. So he surveys the court, takes a good picture.
Oh!
Yes, sir.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Shepard. The trade. Duran pulls it in. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Thompson. And a missed layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
First personal foul. First team foul. Now returning on the
19 seconds left in the first quarter.
number 28.
And it's Shepard, top of the key. And he gets the bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Oh.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Bucks. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Yeah, if Ausar is anywhere near the hoop, he's got one thing on his mind, and that is jams.
Hey, Brent, Damian Lillard is as clutch as they come. He is fearless. Where do you think that comes from? Why is he so effective late in tight games?
Such a great question, Kevin, but for Damian Lillard, I think it boils down to one word, and that is confidence. I mean, he has legitimately the ultimate confidence in all the work that he puts in the offseason to be in these moments, to have the ball in his hands, and it's been proven time and time again that he can come through. It's why we see him tap his wrist and it being Dame time. Those are some of the most memorable moments of his career.
The Pistons have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. And Brent, credit the Pistons fans for sticking with them after a tough season last year.
Well, Kevin, it's been a couple of rough years in Detroit, and never easy to have your team go through something like that. You know, when you're getting national media.
What a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
So fast of foot on the run. Osir, tough to catch.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you. Pass to Thor. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Elbow shot. Lillard misses. Pistons trailed by 3. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple. Got to do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
And again, the Bucks miss.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he be a little bit more selective tonight. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. It's a neck-and-neck game in Detroit. Giannis outside. High post shot. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Schroeder outside. The rebound by the Bucks. Ball's knocked loose. Reed with the steal. To the left wing. And that one's good. Schroeder.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's good from the elbow. Giannis has got 10 points.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Pistons.
Schroeder outside. Back to Stewart. Clock at 6. Pass to Schroeder. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh!
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
The drive by Schroeder. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Beasley with the steal. Schroeder with the ball. Lillard picks him up. In the corner, Hardaway with it. The rebound by Richards.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Here's Lillard. Richardson for 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
A good sense right there of Richardson understanding space and that he could get there. Nice pull-up.
Stewart a screen. It's Schroeder with the drive. On the wing, Hardaway. And they get it. The rebound by Richards.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Richardson outside. Off target from outside. Pistons trailed by 4. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Now, here's Lillard. Giannis inside. Inside. Antetokounmpo. Automatic.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
During a screen. Pass to Ivy. The 11-footer lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Too smooth from the mid-range. Defenders can't let Ivy get comfortable from there.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Detroit with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Screen by Giannis. Damian Lillard, and that's good. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
And Lillard can knock these things down in his sleep. He makes it look so easy.
Here's Cunningham. God, what a play!
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense, too. You just give up momentum like that at the end of the quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Out to Harris. Thompson outside. Pass to Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
Cade really navigating that pick and roll to perfection.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor.
Oh, that was huge!
Incredible.
Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet?
And stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Giannis heading to the hoop. Giannis flies the other way.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Milwaukee leading by 5. Drives to the hoop. Giannis charges in.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Back to Cunningham. Just 5 on the clock. Thompson outside. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Personal foul. First team foul.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Richards.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
Thompson outside. Rebounded by Jackson.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons are in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once-proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. Driving inside. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Grant, something the Detroit Pistons unit does so well is push the pace in their game.
Yeah, you love to lean into young players and that vibrant athleticism, but you also have to understand that playing fast comes with quick decision making, and sometimes those don't always go hand in hand. The experience that these guys will have in their growth together and how soon it is that they realize they can help each other, it's going to push them places faster and further than they even realize.
The drive by Thompson. Off on the layup. Knocked loose. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ausar Thompson. That's his third foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And stolen by Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
It's tipped. Stolen by Thompson.
First personal foul. Team second.
Schroeder outside.
Number 8, Tim Hardaway Jr.
Shot clock at 6. Out to Harris. For the lead. Rebounded by the Bucks. On the wing, Giannis. 20 points for him. Prince outside. .144 left to play here in the third. Shepard, that's good.
Lethal from deep. Shepard will hurt you from there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Reed Shepard. That's his first foul. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. There's a minute 34 left in the third. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
There's 1:26 left in the third. With the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Great Kentucky native Reed Shepard followed in his dad's footsteps and stayed local for his college year.
How cool was that? His dad winning 2 national championships for the Bluegrass State, was named the MVP of the '98 college tournament, and he even had a brief stint in the NBA. Reed, the 3rd overall pick of the 2024 draft, blazing his own trail.
The drive by Schroeder. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked 1st in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Jrue Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Hard to teach speed, and for over a decade, Dennis Schroeder has shown you plenty of it.
Pass to Smith. Shepard with the ball. He has 7. Just 5 to shoot. And no good. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Schroeder. He's explosive. He's good at finding his way to the line because he uses that quickness well.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Schroeder hits them both. And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Pass to Holland. Rebound by Smith. Now Shepard. It's deflected. Gets it off. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing.
The Bucks 50.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Bucks. 6-point lead. Screen by Giannis. The shot's good.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
Here's Schroeder into the lane. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Giannis can shoulder any load, and he's doing it here.
Right away, that's a 2-pointer. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Hardaway's got his first 2 points. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. The Pistons making a change here. Pistons trailed by 8. Here's Sasser. Stewart in the corner. Pass to Holland. From the line. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee leading by 8. Lillard, right side. Back to Antetokounmpo. Another shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
More and more, it's about the maturation process of Giannis and his game, learning now how to sell defenders with pump fakes.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time.
Thompson attacking with a blend of speed and power.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. Here's Giannis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Ausar Thompson.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively, but how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo? He's a good free throw shooter. Tobias Harris smartly looking to get in there and find some easy points from the line.
And Harris drops them both.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Richardson up top. 3-pointer, Lillard. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
You love Lillard Lillard because he loves the game. And this is a guy who just wants to be out there. He wants the ball in the hands, and he tries not to get caught up in all the drama that happens around the game. It's 100% focused on it.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Here's Thompson. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
And the basket by Lillard.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Cunningham outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And here is Antetokounmpo to the inside. 6 to shoot. And Thompson sends it back.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
Three-pointer, Lillard.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Thompson inside the line. And Thompson slams it home.
How about Thompson right now? He's just doing whatever he wants on offense.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Over to the wing. Here's Fontecchio. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Fontecchio's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Giannis high post.
2 minutes.
Oh, Giannis punches it home.
I love it when Giannis is in attack mode like that and gets to the rim so quick.
Pass to Fontecchio. Misses the three.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
And Giannis gets it to go.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
To the paint. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Holland. They get it back. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Misses the layup.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Bucks.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Giannis.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving him.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. They get the rebound. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Substitution on the floor.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Cunningham for 3. Antetokounmpo. That's a 2-pointer. Bucket's good. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Dropping. It ain't hard to tell you they ain't popping. Overweight, weight watching. Pull the play fake option. I'ma play the whole game like it ain't no rules. Wide awake, YSL boat shoes. It's a mystery.